Welcome everybody to the second video of my HackerIM video series. In this video we're going to be talking about password madness. We all know that passwords are probably the weakest link in security, and we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about that in this video. There is something that you all need to know about passwords and security that we haven't really told you. Everything we've been saying about passwords for the last 10 years at least is all wrong. So basically everything on the left here that you can see is pretty much what we've been telling you is the right type of password you need. It has your uppercase, your lowercase, has some symbol substitutions, has your 0 instead of your O, and you have some symbols at the end. This is what would be normally referred to as the very secure type password, and your second example there, your Frankie219 with just some symbols would be what most people would use as passwords these days. And what I want to tell you is, no, this is wrong. We shouldn't be using these. There's something simpler you can remember that is much better. I'm sure you're all sitting there thinking now that this guy is crazy, but I wanted to give you an example here of how long would it take to crack the Frankie219 password, just to show you the reasoning behind what I'm saying, that the substitution and simple type passwords are not the right thing for us to use anymore. So as you can see, this would take 8 days to crack, which is, in a security sense, not so great. Okay, so I know some of you are probably freaking out right now. The fact that I could probably crack your password in about a week's time, but this is pretty normal. This is the standard type security, but I'm going to show you how to do something a little bit better and a little bit more secure. So if these complex substitution type passwords is not the right thing for everyone to use, what do you all think should be the right kind of password to use? Really, the simple answer to the question is passphrases. Passphrases are much more secure. They're easier for humans to remember. The combination of the symbols and numbers and characters is really not easy for a person to remember. But a passphrase, something simple, is much easier to remember and much more secure. A passphrase can consist of anywhere from, say, 3 to 5 or 6 words. I would normally recommend something like purple donkey soup, red monkey pie, something that makes sense to you, something that's a little bit entertaining. You can use any combination you want, any words you want. You don't need to use any uppercase or lowercase unless you choose to, but you can. Obviously there's nothing stopping you use that. Now let's look at the specific example I have here of a passphrase and how long it would take to crack. I've used purple dragon tail soup. I think 4 words is a good size, just personally. It's sort of the minimum standard, and you're looking at 46 entries to crack this compared to the 8 days for the substitution type password used before. Now for my second example here, I've used a sentence which some of you will find a little bit easy to use. I prefer the random sort of combination, but if you have a look at John had a blue car, this one is actually a combination of 5 words with taking approximately 83 entries to crack. And so it just sort of shows you the example here of how strong they can be. I think we can all cheer in celebration now, right? We're all going to be using passphrases. No one's going to be using complex passwords anymore, and no one's going to get hacked, right? I honestly wish that were the case, but sorry to tell everyone it's not quite that simple. A lot of organizations still can't use the passphrase type passwords. They don't accept up to that sort of length of password, and they still require the complex passwords with your symbols and your uppercase. Particularly on a lot of Microsoft systems, they still require the complexities. So we need to be a little patient and start working towards this. Now don't stress if your organization that you work for or one of the providers of one of your platforms for home doesn't allow the passphrase type passwords. There's a few other options that we can use to help still make you more secure. and keep the passphrases in mind as you move forward when they become available on those sort of platforms. So what can you do if you can't use a passphrase as your password type? There's a couple of things you can do. You can ensure you have multi-factor authentication set up, and you can also look at the possibility of using a password manager. Both of these options can make you definitely more secure, and I'm going to do individual videos for both of these in one of the upcoming videos as well. So what was the whole point of this video? It's pretty simple. If you can use a passphrase for your password type, do it. If you can't, we'll look at a few other methods in future videos of how to make you more secure. I hope you have all enjoyed the Password Madness video and learnt something new about passwords. I look forward to seeing you all back on the future videos. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy of one of my books, you can check out my author profile on Amazon here with the link on the screen, or you can find it on most online bookstores. Or if you'd like a physical version or want to go to a physical bookstore, most of them can order it in for you as well if they don't have it in stock. Don't forget to also subscribe to the channel so you can get the latest video releases, and also sign up to any of my social media pages so that you can get the further posts and notifications through there as well.